On this episode, we learn about the Active Living Partnership in Isanti County, Minnesota. The Cambridge Lutheran Church hosts Faithfully Fit. Seniors enjoy camaraderie and devotion along with exercise. Isanti County Active Living organizes walking and bicycling events. Finally, we look at barriers to walking in Isanti. Stay tuned. We're in Cambridge, Minnesota, talking with Bill Carlson. What's your active living partnership here?
Our active living partnership is really extensive, and we formed a partnership among county governmental agencies. We have the county itself as the lead agency, with the cities of Cambridge, City of Braham, City of Isanti, all involved in this, with the Cambridge Medical Center. We have the school district, 9/11 in Cambridge, Isanti. We have the Rotary, Grandview Christian Ministries, which is a large assisted living complex. And people like John Schlegel, who was a very influential man around town. It's a very extensive partnership that we have, and we're pleased about that. And we're finding new partners all the time. We're trying to work to get more townships. Isanti Township is one of ours. And we also have the Isanti County Environmental Coalition as a partner. And we try to work with them help us in various activities that we have going on, and encourage them to sponsor active living events and promotions. So,
Speaking of active living events, what's going on behind us this morning?
well, we're having a senior walking club, walking at the track at the Cambridge High School. And we're very pleased about that because it started, we had a survey done this summer of 2,900 residents. We wanted to find out what level of activity they're in, how they think about physical activity. And in association with that, there were 4 focus groups formed. And in one of these focus groups was Lois Tureen, and she's a retired physical activity teacher in the school, and started a senior walking club at the Cambridge Lutheran Church. And so every Tuesday morning at 9:30, they meet at the church and take a walk, sometimes through town, sometimes on the track as they're doing today. So we're very happy about that, and pleased that things happen without us really going out and recruiting somebody to do it. So,
What does that tell you about the desire of your residents to be more active?
I think they do want to be more active, and I think there's been such a culture of car, and people feel that they have to take the car, and even if it's only a mile or a quarter mile, or they go down to the quarter to get a quart of milk, they go in their car. It becomes a habit that people can't change. I think people do want to get out and walk, and since we've started this, I see more walkers, see more bikers, and I hope we're having an influence. But maybe it's something I want to see. I don't know. I hope that that's really true.
And here we have the senior citizens. What have you been able to do with the other end of the age spectrum?
With the other end of the age spectrum, we've made presentations to the school board about getting safe routes to school, and we are publishing maps of safe routes where kids can walk to school. And in Isanti, there's a group of parents who are starting a pilot program of a walking school bus, where there's a parent that walks a route similar to the way a school bus would take a route, and picks up children at corners and walks them safely to school. Isanti has a very busy County Road 5 that runs through the center of town, and the elementary school is on the north side of it, and the middle school is on the south side of that road. And it's a dangerous barrier. Right now there are no lights, and they have been trying for years to get a light at one particularly bad corner, but it's been delayed because of cost overruns or costs that were in excess of estimated costs. So that's where we hope we can get maybe a walk to school day, but at least a walking school bus pilot program going.
And how much of of what you're trying to do involve just sort of organizational changes, like getting a group together to walk together, and how much requires infrastructure to be improved, like getting a signal in or making other infrastructure improvements?
Right now, my understanding is we really want to emphasize the preparation, getting the partnership expanded, getting them engaged more in what's going on, and in the promotions of promoting our walking by having an Isanti City run walk in July. We've had that twice now. There's a walk to Town of Isanti coming up on next Saturday. No, a week from Saturday. It's August 6th. And then there's a Rum River Bike Classic that tries to promote physical activity, and it's a cycling event that has 4 different distances of 16 miles, 21 miles, 40 miles, and 60 miles. And it runs throughout the county with rest stops in Cambridge and it starts in Cambridge, ends in Cambridge. Rest stops in Isanti, Braham, Township of Maple Ridge, so that people of all different athletic abilities can participate in that. And then in the fall we have Rum River Ramble, which emphasizes our Spirit River nature area. It's a nice walking area of 2-mile paths that wind around the floodplain of the Rum River. But it also takes you across the prairie restoration that's going on there and the Rum River bluff line. So there's a number of interesting ecosystems there: wetlands, floodplain, oxbows, geologic cames. We finally have a came in Cambridge. It's not Cambridge; it's really a came down there. Yeah. So we want to get that as a fall celebration. So we try to. They take a lot of work, and we've been doing those promotions. The physical projects, our main one is to get a bicycle trail built between Cambridge and Isanti, and it's been in the works since 1988. They were going to build it along a township road, and the township said no, they won't let it go along a township road, and so the committee dissolved then, and then was reestablished by the city councils of Cambridge and Isanti, and we've looked at different routes and have settled on a route that's the shortest and closest and safest, we believe, but it's an expensive route because it crosses a wetland, but we want to hope that we can have minimal impact on the wetland and emphasize its appreciation to people and the environmental learning that can be taking place in the wetland. It's very scenic. So we're still working on that. The federal funding for it is in the transportation bill that we hope is being included. I don't know if it's going to be included in the transportation bill, but we hope it is. And that's being debated right now. We have commitments from the City of Cambridge, City of Isanti, the Township of Isanti. We raised money in our Bike Classic, $4,000 last year, so that goes into the Bike Trail Committee for bike trail construction. And there was $1,300 raised by kids in 1988 for this construction that they'd gone out, and that's still in the account, so we have that, and we're going for other grants. There's lots of grants out there to try to fund that. It's going to be expensive.
The active living grants you have cover a 5-year period. If I were to come back at the end of the 5 years, what would you hope that I'd see?
Well, I hope you'd see improved infrastructure. I hope you'd see some of the sidewalks completed that now end, and people have to walk out into the street, and at least sidewalks on one side of the street throughout the city with no breaks. I hope that you'd see new development that includes trails that connect to every other part of the town, and within the development have sidewalks, and that's being done wherever we can in Cambridge, Braham, and Isanti. I hope you'd see a bike walk trail between Cambridge and Isanti, but that's sort of out of my hands and into others in many ways, but we're trail promoting that. I hope you see more people out walking. That's what and biking and not thinking of using their cars. I hope that you'd see people walking because it's something that they want to get in to get exercise rather than parking close to the door. They park at the far end of the parking lot and walk. Downtown Cambridge says that they have a parking problem, but we have lots of parking, but it's 800 steps away. But if people walk there or park over there, there's an opportunity to get those 800 steps in, and they can work toward their 10,000 steps a day.
We're in Cambridge, Minnesota, talking with Chad Philly. You were going on a walk this morning with a bunch of other people. What was the group that was walking?
It's Faithfully Fit. It's a group of people from Cambridge Lutheran, and they just get together once a week and try to have the opportunity to exercise and share a little devotional afterwards, and it's kind of a mind, body, spirit thing.
Where does something like this, a walking group, fit into the mission of the Cambridge Lutheran Church?
That's a great question. Basically, our church is about finding people's needs and then filling them. And there was a group of people that felt that they wanted to have some exercise and camaraderie and fellowship and just kind of combined all that. And so it's meeting one of our mission needs by just helping out the people and kind of matching their needs and to what fulfilling their needs, I guess.
So has the group been popular, or how's it been going?
I think it's been going real well. It's actually been going so well that our staff, I'm actually on staff as I work with the youth, and we've decided that we wanted to kind of support it. And so after our staff meetings on Tuesday mornings, we go out and walk with them. And so it's been beneficial. It's kind of a time for the staff also to bond and have some camaraderie.
So are people feeling more fit after getting all this exercise every week?
Well, I think so. I know it's taken me to walking, several days a week on my own, and you see the weight loss, the healthy lifestyle, and in addition to the walking, she talks about tries to encourage us to eat better, vegetables, fruits, things like that, and so it's a kind of a holistic approach.
We're in Cambridge, Minnesota, talking with Rosalind Erickson and Ruth Becklin. How long have you folks been involved with this exercise group?
About 2 years.
And in the wintertime, we do exercise in the fellowship hall 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays. And in the summertime, we walk on Tuesdays.
Occasionally we go to the pool too. We've done that a few times, which is really fun, and have our water exercises. That's part of this program too.
And there must be something attractive about this program that you keep coming back every week. Is there more to it than just getting the exercise?
Oh, by far. It's a camaraderie, and we always have devotions, and it's always, besides making you feel good spiritually, physically also. So it's a good program.
And Lois is a very good director. She was a gym phy teacher in the high school, and she's so well organized, and it's very well planned every day that we meet.
Do y'all do much walking outside of the, getting together with this group?
No, I'm housebound with a husband who's not well, so I don't get out a lot. But I think Ruth does. She does a lot more.
Yes,
walking.
I try to walk, not every night, but almost every night. And in the summertime, I ride my bike every night. And I just love that. Of course, one day I tried to get off from it, and I fell and scarred my leg up, but that's my age.
Yeah, well, even the president falls off his bike.
Right.
So, and someone around town sitting at home just watching TV on Tuesday mornings, what would you tell them?
Oh, by all means, come and join us, because it's a good program, and easy. It's only 1 day a week, so it doesn't fill up a lot of time, but it's very worthwhile.
And she doesn't overwork us. You're working with senior citizens, so she has a wonderful program for us. But makes us work.
We're in Cambridge, Minnesota, talking with Lisa Perlick, who's project coordinator with Isanti County Active Living. What does the project coordinator do?
Oh, it seems like a little bit of everything between events, meetings. You get asked to be on different councils in the city to help out planning and coordinating all the projects for active living.
What are you holding there?
We have bought some stencils for hopscotch, and we would like to place these throughout the cities of Cambridge, Isanti, and Braham. There's the number 10, and then we also have our logo to get people active. We'd like to put these in parks, on sidewalks, so people can do hopscotch while they're walking, find a hopscotch area and bring their kids. And 5 minutes. Every minute counts towards your 30 minutes of physical activity each day.
So that's your concept, that anything you can do to get people do a little bit of physical activity, spontaneously or otherwise,
Yes.
is
Yes, each day, if you can somehow work up to 30 minutes of physical activity, that's our goal. And we figure if we put these hopscotch, they're stencils, and we'll spray paint them right on the sidewalks. If we can get people out and using them, that's our goal.
You're working on a couple of events coming up later this summer, this fall. What's keeping you busy?
Our first event is Walk the Town Bram, and that is Saturday, August 6th. And it coincides with Bram Appreciation Day, where Bram has a day for people to come out, enjoy some festivities at Freedom Park, and we will have a Walk the Town. We've created these walking maps to showcase how easy it is to use your community each day and walk a mile, walk a half mile, walk to the store, bicycle if you'd like. And we're going to hand out these maps, and people will start and finish at their leisure, and they'll walk the town.
And this sounds so simple to put on. How much work goes into first creating the maps and then actually taking part in an event like that? What all do you have to do?
Well, we're very fortunate. We had some great volunteers to actually do our maps for us, and it did take time, but they were able to do the maps, and we try to keep costs down as we're a nonprofit, and we just copied the maps. They made these beautiful maps. Took them quite a few weeks to map out the routes, plan it with each city, a person from each city, to help them out, what would work, what didn't, and also to view the routes and make sure they are a safe place that people can walk and exercise. And so that took a little while, and just trying to get the word out to people that these maps are available. Take one. They're free.
So what's your next event after that?
Oh, the Rum River Bike Classic. It's turned into a fundraiser. Last year we had about 160 participants. We brought this event back from the dead. The medical center used to do it each year, and it got too big for them to handle, so we took it on, and we've used it as a fundraiser to raise money for Isanti County bike walk trails. And we have to recruit cash sponsors, in-kind sponsors. We have to get people to do food and beverages for the actual ride, and then volunteers. We have 4 different routes, 14 miles, 20 miles, 40 and 60 miles, and we have to mark those routes for the bikers for August 13th, and then we have to have rest stops. And in each rest stops, they have to have volunteers to work those rest stops.
So how much of the work is the day of the event, and how much is actually all this preparation that goes into it?
The preparation is the most. The event day is the most fun. The preparation is what takes all the time. Talking to people, trying to get them to sponsor your event for $500 and up. And also to mark the route. There's 4 different routes, and you actually have to go out and, pound the signs and walk part of the route and get everything done. So the preparation is the hardest, and the actual event day is the most fun. And also this Bike Classic is a moneymaker, so we do charge people, and we get t-shirts printed up. So that makes this one a little more difficult than our free events.
So what else is coming up later this year?
We have the Rum River Ramble, and that's a free event, and it's out behind the Anoka Ramsey Community College right here in Cambridge. And we had a map made up of the trails back there that people can come and walk at their leisure. We're going to start at about noon and have some tours and have some bird watching, and people can follow the map and walk as they please and get their 30 minutes of physical activity that day.
Yeah. How receptive has the community been to this idea of getting out and being more active? I mean, there's certain inertia to just sit in front of the TV. How easy has it been to reach people?
It has been tough. We're trying to reach a lot of parents of school-age children because we feel that they can be a good example for their children. And it can go either way. Either people are really receptive to it, they help, they're involved, they participate. It's kind of 50-50. And then the other people they don't care. And we're trying to reach those people that are not active. And if they can just do something small in their daily life to change their habits, that's what we're trying to do.
We're in the city of Isanti, Minnesota, talking with Sue Larson, who's on the city council. What's this road behind us?
This is County Road 5 that runs east-west through the city of Isanti.
And how difficult is it for a pedestrian to get across this road?
It's actually quite difficult with the increase in traffic. We've had quite an increase due to the growth that we've experienced, and also there's been improvements on some of the other county roads that have brought people away from County Road 10 off onto County Road 5. That is increased. They want to get to Highway 65. We have a town next to us, Cambridge, who has a busy Highway 95, and anything that people can do to avoid going on 95, they will do, and that brings people to Isanti to cut across on County Road 5 to get to 65 also.
Are there any signals to help pedestrians get across?
We do not have signals to say to get across other than the crosswalk down at the elementary school, which is in the middle of the block. And that we do have a crossing guard at during the school times. We do have the roadway where the buses come in and out at. Parents are dropping their children off. There's a front parking lot right along 5 to the elementary school that has quite a traffic problem also, with people coming in there, dropping kids off and then trying to get back out on County Road 5. And then a little bit further to the west, the elementary school is located on the north side of County Road 5, and approximately 4 blocks or so down going to the west, we have the middle school, which is another problem because there's not a crosswalk that is guarded down there, and there's no flashing lights down there, and the speed limit is still 40 going into town at that area where the middle school is at.
Now on this stretch of 5, who might be trying to get across the road here? Where would they be going?
This particular stretch of County Road 5 is on the east side of the railroad tracks, and approximately a couple hundred feet from the railroad tracks, we do have a crosswalk. Now, going east from that crosswalk, there is no sidewalk on the south side. We're out to our limits on easement. The road takes up all that area. And on the south side, we have Meadows Edge, which houses senior citizens. And we also have 3 apartment buildings of 36 plus units that have many people living in it with children. And then on the north side of 5, coming from that crosswalk, there's sidewalk for a distance. We do have the hardware store there. We have our only grocery store in town, also on the south side, which creates a problem because coming down to the east side, there are no more crosswalks crossing County Road 5. The highway is very busy. We have lots of increase in rush hour traffic, plus at this time of day, this is just regular traffic, and it's busy. And there's no safe crossing for people to really get across County 5 to do the grocery business or hardware business with people that lived right close by that could walk if they had a safe place to walk.
You have a lot of new housing going in town. What sort of issues does that create for trying to get people around?
Well, with the increase in housing, we're just growing. We're approximately 5,000 people, and just back a few years ago, we were only 800. So that really shows how we've increased. The last 3 or 4 years, just massive housing development after housing development, which brings lots of people into town. We have learned a lot as a city in dealing with developers and what we need from developers, especially in the transportation area, because we need to have sidewalks, we need to have trails, we need to have roadways, so we can move our people, whether it's by foot, by bicycle, or in a vehicle, safely.
And you mentioned paths. What are you doing in the way of creating a network of pathways in the city?
We are trying to connect all of our trailway systems within the city. And one of the unique things is that we sort of call our Bluebird Park as a trailhead, because there's plans between Cambridge and Isanti to develop a bike trail between the two cities running along the railroad tracks, and that will come in right up at the Bluebird Park area. And we want all of our people within the city of Isanti to be able to connect to a trail, take a sidewalk, and be able to get up to Bluebird Park and be able to actually access other communities such as Cambridge by trails. It helps with the active living, which we've really promoted here in town. We've tried to make our community as walker-friendly, as bicycle-friendly as we possibly can. And at the same time, focusing in on recreation, and providing a multitude of recreational opportunities. We have soccer fields, softball fields, we have playground equipment, we have a skateboard park, BMX track. We have an ice arena for soccer. We're building an outdoor hockey rink now. In our near future, in our park plan, we are planning a sand volleyball area and a pleasure skating rink area for winter time. There's just a whole lot happening, and that's in our main big Bluebird Park. As well as every development that happens, we make sure that there's a community park that meets the needs of the people.
Visit us on the internet at www.pedestrians.org.